When I'm designing a new home for somebody, what is very important to me is how the house sets on the lot. It creates an ambiance or a feeling as people are walking up to the house. They're seeing the details of the landscaping, these old growth olive trees, the types of plants and things that we use. And what it does is it raises their level of expectation as they walk up to the front door. They're hoping that the inside of the house is as amazing as what they're seeing on the outside, and they're already feeling an emotional excitement in their expectation. And so on this house, because we have a very Spanish exterior, and that's what they wanted, and a very contemporary interior, I've chosen to blend the fountain that you see by the front door and the style of the front door kind of as a transition. So you're going from a Spanish style to more of a contemporary style just through the use of these few elements. When Rachel and I were designing the exterior of this home, it's a very Spanish style, but the inside is very contemporary. And so what we've used is this front door is a type of a transition. So you're going from the Spanish to the contemporary, and this door is provided by Western Windows. It's 6 feet wide and 10 feet tall, and it took 4 of us to lift this door, and it was so heavy. But you can see the engineering on this, it is just perfectly balanced. Everybody that walks into this home, this door makes a statement, and what it does is it raises the expectation of what they're hoping to see in the rest of the house. Something that's really important to both Rachel and I when we're designing a home for a homeowner is the entry. As the guests are coming in, what it does is it sets the tone for what their expectation is throughout the house. So this being a very open, airy house, I designed a free-floating set of stairs that passes in front of the window and allows people to see all the way in, but underneath the stairs.
These particular clients had a collection of rare vases that they wanted to highlight. And so we created this geometric pattern. We thought that would create interest for the varying heights. And we put mirrors on the back, pulled them away from the wall a little bit so that we could have LED lighting and really highlight these beautiful vases. And so a tip for you, no matter what size your home might be, is if you do collect something, try to keep it together, and that in itself creates its own art. And finally, to anchor this room, we put a dramatic light from Restoration Hardware, which creates a stunning visual as you're driving up into the entry. At the Hills Group, it's very important for us that we listen to our clients. In this particular case, this client was into art and she wanted a big art wall to showcase her pieces. I found this really cool brick. The problem was it wasn't the right color. So in order to achieve this color, I worked with my painter and we mixed a nice charcoal color with a metallic paint and really kind of gave it this special texture that you just won't be able to find anywhere else. So here's a tip for you. If you can't find what you're looking for, take a risk. Be willing to try some things that you haven't tried before. Ask your painter for advice. Just because it doesn't exist doesn't mean that it can't.
Now we're going to go inside this house and I'm going to show you what's really changing in architectural design. It used to be that in most homes you had a formal living room and a formal dining room and these very formal screening spaces as you walked into the home. Well, what's changed over the last 7 years is now people are designing for experience. So you want to walk in and feel something. I want to feel like this is a resort or some kind of a relaxing feeling. Now for this owner, they wanted to have a very open feel to the house. So when their guests came in, they could see all the way through to the backyard. So one of the key elements that we designed into this home are these large doors that go into the wall. And I'm gonna have Corey open those up for me now. So you can see that this room now gains in overall size and it feels like it goes all the way out to the patio. And so it produces that feeling that they wanted, that they're living in a resort. And so that comfortable feeling when their friends come over, things like that, those are the goals that they had in the design phase.
So at the Hills Group, it's really important that we design for the experiences. Right now I'm standing in the bar. What do we want to experience in the bar? We want to be relaxed. We want to hang out with our friends. We want to have a glass of wine, talk. So we don't want it to be overly bright in here. The way we accomplish that is instead of using a mirror that's highly reflective, we used a kind of an understated mirror that created this moody feel with this smoked glass. And behind us, we have a wine cellar, which is obviously accessible to the bar, which is important. But what this really does is it creates this ambiance and this artistic kind of feel which we're going for.
In the design of this home, we did something that's unique. We put a second kitchen around the corner. It's located really close to the main kitchen, has a cooktop, a sink, a dishwasher. So a lot of the daily preparation and cooking can be done back there, leaving this main kitchen clean.
When working with a material that has a lot of movement, such as this slab by Cambria, it's important that you choose a fabricator that is highly skilled. As you can see, our fabricator has ensured that the veining is all going the same direction. I also love what they did with these mitered edges here. So in order to make this thick, they've taken the countertop and they've mitered it and they've wrapped it around so it looks like it's just cut out of a solid chunk of stone. I encourage you to be brave with your materials. Take a risk.
When we were designing this kitchen, we wanted something very unique. We put a large dining space at the back so about 12 to 16 people can sit there. And at the same time, a huge dining bar at the island so that you can have 8 people sitting here as well.
When we're designing a kitchen, it is important to know how a client lives. So this particular client loves to entertain. She loves to cook for her friends and family. So we put the cooktop on the island. Because we put the cooktop on the island, we of course need to have a material that is not only beautiful, but is also durable. So this product by Geolux accomplishes just that. It is gorgeous. We've gotten so many compliments on it, but it's also so durable. It can be used, not only direct heat can be put on it, can be used outside, you can cut on it. As you can see here, we've got something subtle and durable mixed with something a little bit more dramatic for flair.
Something else that is very unique in this kitchen are these back cabinet doors. So when you push on them, there's a motor that lifts the door up, and so you're not having to open the cabinet doors like you normally would.
And ladies, you're gonna love this if your hands are full. So as you can see, we're still under construction, we're waiting for glass, but don't be afraid to mix it up. Just like we did with the island, we mixed it up back here with some natural wood and some manufactured wood, and I think it looks great. Galley has taken an industrial style sink, which normally would be not attractive, and they've made it beautiful. In addition to the beautiful finish that they put inside, it comes with these wonderful accoutrements.
We've done a lot of amazing things over the last 30 years with custom homes. This is probably one of them for me, which is the coolest by far. Now this owner came to me and he said, Paul, I want you to design me a man's man cave. Not just a regular man cave that his friends may have seen before, but something that was really special. So I'm very proud of what we came up with for him, and here it is. Just kidding. This is the entrance to go to the man cave, which is down here. So as we go down the stairs, you have chandeliers hanging in here, so we're setting the tone that it's not just, a hole in the ground kind of bunker. This is a really amazing man cave. And what man cave would be complete without a vault door? Come on in. Now this area that we're just walking into is the family room. Couches, table, big screen TV on the wall. Behind me is a bourbon bar. He's a big bourbon fan, so he wants his friends to be able to come down, have some drinks, watch TV. And then in this open space right here, this is for a poker table. And so he's very friend-oriented. He wants a great experience for them. But that wasn't the end of it. He let us go a little further. So back in this area, you've got an exercise room, which would be expected for something like this. But then come on in here to this flexible space. This is a shooting range. It's an underground shooting range that we designed specifically for this owner who's a firearms collector. It can be used for a lot of different things down the road. It can be an archery range, you can use it for a golf simulator, a wine room, so there's a lot of optional uses for this. But this owner just wanted to be able to come down and practice with his friends for the pistols. So what's funny about it is you have the bourbon out there and then you have a shooting range in here. So we jokingly call it bourbon and bullets as a reference for this room, but clearly you're going to be drinking after you're done shooting. Against the wall, we have what are called ballistic blocks. And each one of these blocks weighs about 100 pounds, and it absorbs the impact of the bullets. And so you can see we've shot at least 10,000 rounds into this wall, and you can barely see the holes. And behind the ballistic blocks is a 1/2 inch of steel and 8 inches of concrete. You have ventilation and everything down in here. And what's really amazing is when you're outside, because it's completely buried with dirt all the way around the ceiling in here, you hardly hear any sound at all. So you have privacy when you're down your gun range. Over on this side is a escape door. And so, you know, and any kind of a man cave or a bunker needs to have a couple ways in and a couple ways out. This goes to a 40-foot long, 3-foot diameter pipe that you can go all the way out to the property line, and it's completely buried, so nobody will know it's there at all. So if you had to get out in case of an emergency, this is one of the ways you can do it.
So today I want to talk about something that's very important to me. It's beauty and restraint. I say this over and over to clients, and it's tricky when you're building a luxury home such as this, because the tendency would be that we need everything to be amazing. The problem is, when everything's amazing, nothing's amazing, and it becomes a sensory overload. So beauty and restraint is kind of what we have going on here. We wanted this area to shine, so in order to have this area shine, we have the shower taking the back seat. What I love about this tub is it's not super modern. It is contemporary, but it has some softness to it. It's got some bubbled edges, which I really like. It looks cozy, like you just want to jump in and settle in with a glass of wine. There's so much going on with this countertop. It's so beautiful from Cambria. It's got a lot of glitter and glitz, kind of jazzy. And then we've got these amazing champagne faucets from Brizo. As a reminder, there's beauty in restraint. So right now we're standing in his closet. What's typical in a home this size, there's a his and a hers. What's unique about this particular closet is the washer and dryer. But why do we have it in his closet? Come on, ladies, we know we need as much room as we can get. Thanks for watching. For more videos like this, please visit Hills Design Group on Instagram.